I'm Hannah, a reporter at Korea.net, and welcome to the first episode of Inside K, a new talk show in which we meet with expats living in Korea to hear about their experiences living in this country. It'll be a good chance to find out how Korea compares to other countries and what sorts of similarities and differences there are between the places that we live in. So first, let me introduce our guests for this show, Zana, Umair, and Anna. Why don't you guys briefly tell us a little more about yourselves?
Yes, hello. I'm Zana. I'm from Belgium, and I am here on a working holiday visa for 1 year.
Umair?
Hi, my name is Mohammad Umair Ahmed Khan. I'm doing my PhD in medical robotics. I'm from Pakistan, and for the last 5 years I have been here.
I'm Anna. I'm a Spanish journalist, and I'm here also in a working holiday visa.
Let me introduce today's topic, which is life in Korea's new normal. New normal meaning living our lives in a recalibrated way during this pandemic. Could you tell us a little more about what the situation is like in your home countries during this pandemic?
Back in Pakistan, actually, this COVID-19 started like lately after China and Korea, back in March, like mid of March. So Pakistan has the time to actually implement those things which are very successful in other countries like Korea, like contact tracing and massive testing. Although Pakistan is doing very well, but still there is a lockdown situation there, and people are like partially locked down. Like they can go out for groceries and if there's some emergency, but they are in a lockdown condition like all over the world.
Yeah, it's the same in Belgium. You cannot go and meet your family. I think now twice a week. You can visit another one's house, relatives, but then even you need to sit apart from each other. You cannot kiss each other. In Belgium, it's a kiss culture, so you cannot do that.
What do you guys do now?
Now?
Instead of the kiss?
I think they just say hi. I don't know.
Like this?
I don't know exactly. But also you need to have a reason to go out of your house.
Yes,
like what he said. That's the current situation. What about you?
In Spain?
Because you can go out of your house once a day, 3 hours in the morning or 3 hours in the evening, I think, for 1 hour, 1 kilometer around your house. You can't go to visit relatives, you can't meet people, you can just go grocery or pharmacy, blah, 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 but just these essential things, and you can't travel around the country or go into another city.
Yeah, so very unusual, sometimes scary, but yeah, I think we are getting used to these new normal times little by little. Because of the pandemic, I also feel that the world's perception of Korea has changed quite a bit. Do you agree, and do you think your perception of Korea has changed as well?
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, internationally, people that like Korea were like, why do you like Korea? Why? What is Korea? Where is Korea? No one knew. Then suddenly the whole Hallyu or like K-pop scene exploded in the West. People were watching just on the street. They were listening to K-pop on the street. They were like, what is happening?
This is back in Belgium.
It was back in Belgium. What is happening? So that's changed for sure with the whole pandemic going on. Korea is constantly in the news. So actually more people get to know this country by now the whole coronavirus going on and how this country, like South Korea, how they handle a really good example for the rest of the world. So in that case, they get to know this country better.
And I think it's a community effort as well.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone partaking in wearing the masks.
And actually, like, the best thing about Korea, why they are successful, is like whenever they found up some patient, the transparency is like very high, and we got a message like someone is going in this subway, someone has done is like grocery there, so you don't go there. So that allow us to like we should not be going there. As compared to other countries, people don't know where is the patient. So technology at its peak has been doing amazing things in Korea.
So, Umair, you are a PhD student studying robotics, but you are also a Muslim living in Korea and observing the Ramadan month.
Yeah, for Muslims, it's very holy month. Like, it's the connection between the God and the man. So we go to the mosques and perform like our prayers 5 times a day. But as you know, like all over the world, because of Corona, we can't, everybody's in lockdown condition. But luckily in Korea, it is one of the very few countries in the world, the mosques are open and you can go and perform the 5-day prayers a day. previously, like all the Muslims stand in one line, close together, but now we have to maintain a small distance. Like one man standing here, then second, then third. We have to maintain distance, and we are like praying in Korea like these days also.
So I remembered you were a journalist in Spain before coming to Korea, right?
Yeah.
What were some of the highlights or the keywords that defined Korea this year?
Yeah, I think this year Korea has been known, of course, but you know, with Parasite, it was, I don't know, amazing, something that changed people's minds. But also, you know, BTS. BTS is like, it's the hit in the world. Like everyone knows them, even if they have never heard about Korea before.
I think what this pandemic is teaching us is just how connected we are.
Yes, exactly.
And since classes are online, the cultural content we consume is online, even sports is online. It turns out we're a lot more connected than
We feel closer.
exactly.
Yes.
We feel closer. It's a community, and I think all of us are probably wishing for the same thing, which
Yeah.
is for life to go back.
Yes. That's the good thing about the whole online world. Like we can connect more. We can stay together in that way. So that's a good thing, I think.
Like it tells us like we all are the same. So every country is now helping other. Like the Korea is giving kits to US, and now they are doing their best to help all other countries bonding together like one culture, like one family. It brings us together like this COVID-19 actually.
So, in our first episode of Inside K, we were able to find out how life has changed amid the pandemic in Korea and in countries around the world. Thank you to Zana, Umair, and Anna for joining us today and for sharing their experiences about this pandemic and how we are actually a community and in this all together. And I think for all of us, our biggest wish this year is for this pandemic to be over soon so we can go back to life, even if it's a new normal life, and reconnect with our friends and family all around the world. So we will see you next episode. Hope you stay healthy and strong, and let's talk about some new topics in the very next episode.
Yes.
Yep. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.